Hey guys, welcome to the Heart of David. Hope you guys are all doing well today. I pray you're all doing well today. We're moving along the timeline. Every day, every hour, we come closer. Today's talking points, there's a bunch of things I want to talk about today. And one of those is, why do true believers go through so much and come out on the other side feeling better? I just want to touch on that. There's a lot of little talking points I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about Luke 16. I started university. I actually didn't think I'd be able to make another video for a while. I wasn't sure, but looks like I can. So just trying to bide your time properly. Stick around to the end. At the very end, I wrote a Word document about what I went through when I went to my motorcycle course, and it actually has to do with the first thing that I'm going to talk about. My first talking point, which is, why is it that you and I, what I presume to be true believers, people just who truly believe in God, born again, go through so much? So you'll see mine might be different than yours pain-wise, but it works out for the good. What else did I want to talk about? I think I'll touch on briefly about Ezekiel 38, not in any depth, just a certain point. And you know what, I'm going to have to write that down just in case I do forget that. And I saw something in Ezekiel 38, I'm like, 38, 39. Then I'm like, they're talking about 7 years that they're going to be picking up their weapons and using it as fire. Anyways, I'll get into that. Nothing in depth, but oh yeah. Alright, so let's start. So if you want to stick around to the end, if you've never seen my video, I have difficulty speaking and I have a lot of abdominal pain, so please mind that. When I watch a lot of Christian videos, and I always look for people who are pure. I don't want anything but. Now, it doesn't mean I won't listen to people who aren't pure, but those are the people that I am searching for, because I understand people are on journeys. And, you know, you go from things like masturbating and porn, and sure, you can still, I believe you can be born again, but you're just a babe in Christ at that point. You don't understand yet. You don't understand that you can't do those things. So for me, that was the last thing. Well, not porn, but it was masturbation for me. The last thing that I let go of. And no, I'm not talking about works. I'm talking about the way a proper person conducts themselves. That belongs to God, that's born again. I'm not saying you're not going to sin and have trouble. And watching, like, I'm very careful how I watch, because I don't want to waste my time, number one, right? I don't want to waste my time. And I love hearing their stories. And I feel with their stories. I empathize with their stories, and that's why I emphasize with you guys these chosen videos. I mean, I'm not talking about, okay, the Bible, by the way, does say chosen. Chosen, elect, they're the same thing. You can get upset at that, but some are chosen and some come to Christ and then God draws near. I think there's like two different stages that can happen, but clearly some people are marked from birth, before birth. Just give me a second. I'm going to take a sip of water and get into this. What I notice and what I really empathize is with people who truly believe in God, who don't waver, that have been through unusually hard times. It seems to me that a lot of born-again Christians have been through things that, you know, your own brothers, your own sisters, like family, genealogy, and just most other people have never been through. And you wonder sometimes, why is that? And it does give you a greater understanding of life, and it helps you empathize with others, which is a good thing. I'm in addictions counseling. I'm doing university now, and I've been studying for months anyways about this. But one of the reasons is because I can empathize, I can identify with the hell of withdrawal, going out all night, drinking, doing drugs, being in places you know you shouldn't be, lying, stealing, those types of things. But you wonder why. There's a whole lot of things. There could be homelessness, there could be pain. What I notice is that the things that people are going through are unusually hard. That'd be the commonality of it. Unusually hard, long-lasting things. I don't think I'll go into any depth or any particular story because you know my story with pain, and you'll hear it at the end. The only point I wanted to make is this: why is it that we have to go through such irritating, agitating, long-lasting processes? You have to go through large processes that other people don't have to. How does this serve us? So let's take the case of my pain. Or a goal. It can even be a goal, such as university, me going to that course, and you'll listen why. It can be homelessness and all the things that you went through when you were outside sleeping in your car, sleeping out in the cold, which I bring this up because I was just listening to a story. I can empathize with that only not because I was homeless, but there were times where I had to leave my house. My parents wouldn't let me back, and I was left in places that I won't even speak about, but I can empathize with what it would physically feel like. Another way is, why did we have to go through this narcissistic personality disorder person who wants to destroy us? That is a very long process, but on the other side it usually turns out quite well. It actually elevates a person. All these things do. Why? So for the case of narcissism, you learn your boundaries. You finally say, I'm not letting anyone do this to me anymore. Not to not have love, right? You don't get rid of that. It doesn't mean you're not gonna. Okay, so for my instance, I'm like, okay, well, if I ever marry, it's only going to be a born-again Christian. If I ever have sex again, it's only going to be if I'm married. God wants us to come out on the other side. God told me that. No, I'm just kidding. God didn't tell me anything. Let's just take all the cases: homelessness, pain, going through something that takes a long time to do, to give us patience, pain, to give us understanding, to understand other people, to be more patient with them, to be able to look at the world in a different light. We're put through such hell because he wants to put us in a position where you and I can be thankful for what we have and what we can have. It does. It puts us in a position where we're thankful, and we're thankful for every good day that we have. So if you're sick like myself physically, you might be very grateful that you had a good day, and you thank God for it. I'll just be honest right now. The things that he's allowing me to do, like going to university, finally being able to drive and have a motorcycle, transportation. Make sure to thank God. Make sure to be grateful, because you know what can happen, right? I know I won't let this happen. Is you can't serve two masters, right? God will give us what we need, not what we want. Sometimes he will, if you pray for it or you work very hard for it. But he may block you for some reason or another. We go through these things to come out on the other side a grateful person. Some of us more than others, but never better than another. So I'll read my thing in the end. I think I've got through with that point. And that's why I watch these videos. I specifically look for chosen ones. I really do. Those aren't the only ones that I look out for, and a lot of them are fake. They're like, Portal 1111 type stuff. Archangel Michael and Gabriel. This is just ridiculous. You'll know who are the right people. Just give me a sec. Isn't it better? I believe, you could be in the midst of just terrible suffering. And while you're in that, don't curse God. Think of Job, right? Don't curse God. I don't think I ever really did. I didn't curse God. I don't even think I said, why me, God? But I certainly said, what is this? Why do I have to go through this? Certainly said those things. But then later you learn, you come out and you're just like, you come out with a different view. You come out as a different person. And every new thing you go through just keeps building upon your character. Don't be surprised at the fiery trial that you're in. Right? Isn't that what Peter said? So that's what I had to say about that part. By the way, my last video there was just, speaking about Trump. That was just theoretical. I see, for myself, even though I said, I see it. I do see it. I see something that looks like it fits, but it doesn't mean that it is. I'm just making sure. It would be nice to see America turn around. And that brings me to this. So, in the 3 chapters, Jesus told us of the Olivet Discourse that we are going to hear of wars and rumors of wars. And I thought it really funny that why are all these wars and rumors of wars happening so quickly? And what people aren't realizing is it's really stemming from one single thing. Can you guess what that is? I'll give you 10 seconds while I pace again to think about it. Why are you hearing of wars and rumors of wars? It's something happening on earth. It's not. I'm not saying it's something in heaven. Take a guess. Why are we hearing of so many wars? What happened that we are hearing of so many wars and rumors of wars? When people say that America isn't in Bible prophecy, I believe it's impossible that they wouldn't be in, because they virtually control a lot of the world, right? They might be in Ezekiel 38, 39. I forget which chapter it's in. I may look at that in a second. The reason why is because of America. Because when the Biden administration took over, so when Trump was in office, this is the truth. When Trump was in office, there were virtually no wars going, like especially associated with the states, because when the states show strength, a lot of countries will not come out the way that they can. It's like, you let Satan do his work, put in a weak government. So that's what happened. The Biden administration came in, inflation went up, and by the way, so was when they took office. It was their weak policies, everything they did, which we all know is purposeful now. See this? See this egg white, 1 kilogram? I have a whole one of those a day. It's a big part of my diet. It really helps protein for my muscles, to keep my muscles up, for my adhesive arachnoiditis. It tells you to eat a lot of protein, but it's a lot of egg whites, right? This egg whites, at the beginning, when they took office, the Biden administration, before inflation, that would be about maybe $4. I went to the grocery store last night, and as if they weren't price gouging enough, so for poultry and chicken, it's a lot right now. It has been for a couple of years now. It went up to like $4.50, $5. It went up to $6 to $7. Okay, so it was $7.99. I thought that was high. If they're not price gouging enough, and there's only so many grocers in Canada, they're all ripping people off. They're all doing it. They put it up. Why not put it up 20 cents? They put it up almost a full $1 again. That is, with taxes, that's like $10. $10. It should be $3.50, $4. Anyways, that's just makes me mad. But you think of the 4 horses, right? Think about how much worse it's going to be. So the answer of why there are, look at the wars that are happening right now and the rumors of them. It's happening because of a weak administration. That isn't a guess. That isn't that is a fact. Doesn't mean some of them wouldn't be happening, but the majority of them. And I guess I will go to, I'll just type this up. Let's think of this. We are, everyone